I hate getting shots. I'll admit, I'm a huge wimp. I'm a biology teacher. Two things I'm afraid of: slugs and vaccinations. But I'll do it because it's okay. I have to. Gotta stay healthy. We're gonna talk about vaccinations and how they actually work. What's the point? Why do they actually make you feel good? There's a whole bunch of vaccinations that are in the news these days. Okay, one of the most recent is the HPV vaccination, okay, human papillomavirus. There's been a lot of information that has linked the human papillomavirus to cervical cancer, but now, and in this, we're actually going to discuss a little bit some of the drawbacks, the reasons for not doing vaccinations, and some of the most recent evidence. You could try to find out, try to do a little research about HPV vaccine and see what you can find about the most recent news. And it's changing a lot as well too. So let's take a look here. You know what a vaccination is all about. The point is to give yourself a shot. It can be through a needle, but there people are developing vaccines that can be consumed, genetically modified bananas to deliver vaccines. That was in the works a few years ago. I don't know if that's been so successful. I have to check on that. But the point is to put something inside your body that somehow will prevent you from getting sick in the future from a specific type of disease. So what is a vaccination? And we've seen vaccines for measles, polio, tetanus. These are all things that most of us don't have to worry about anymore. But vaccination is basically a modified form of a disease-causing microorganism. So what that means is that instead of giving you the full-on virus or full-on bacteria, it's been treated, the actual virus particles, viral particles, or the bacteria has been actually killed or modified, or you could have various parts of its metabolism being modified, or just fragments of the protein shells of some of these things basically are being put into the body, weakened, killed, or chemically produced. The body still reacts to them like they are a foreign invader, and it still produces antibodies. So that's the idea, is that your body still kicks into gear all the white blood cells that are helping to defend your body, and they're actually responding to these foreign particles, even though they're weakened, killed, or chemically produced. So the idea is to inject you with something that isn't going to kill you or isn't going to give you the full-on disease, but it'll be just enough to get your body to get to know the disease and actually produce antibodies for it. Injected or swallowed, these are the vaccinations. Two or more may be needed at first, but two or more may be needed in the beginning, but you'll end up getting booster shots. And if you ever remember getting any kind of vaccinations, often you have to go back after a month or after 3 months or something else like that. Okay, measles as a disease is a result of the weakened measles virus. The polio virus is actually killed, doesn't really make full sense because we don't consider the virus to be alive because it's not made up of cells. You guys should know that. And toxoid vaccine for the tetanus is a vaccine that's been created for some of the toxins that are produced from the tetanus causing bacteria. Response to a first and second vaccination. So in the beginning, now the whole point of this is your body gets exposed and your white blood cells start to produce antibodies, specifically your B lymphocytes. Your B lymphocytes that are producing antibodies will respond, and if the antibodies, if that B lymphocyte gets activated, then we produce a clone of that B lymphocyte and it produces the same antibody. So the idea here is after you get exposed the first time, your antibody level goes up a little bit, but after the second time your body gets exposed, now the antibody level specific to that particular antigen or that particular invading foreign pathogen spikes up. And a third shot to keep the levels high, and it's after this that we say that you're immune to something. Immune to something just means your body has been exposed to it before, and now you have a high enough level of antibodies in there so that if you get exposed to it again, immune doesn't mean you'll never come across the pathogen again. It means you may come across it, but it won't be enough to make you sick because your body already has a high enough antibody count. So this is the antibody response, where this represents the concentration of antibodies that are in your blood for that particular pathogen. First contact, second contact, third contact. Okay, it's pretty clear how that makes sense. Benefits of vaccination, really quickly. I mean, you could brainstorm just a whole bunch of things from here, but this in short form, these are some of the things. So we have eradicated certain disease. We can prevent lots of deaths as a result of certain disease, and we can reduce the amount of disabilities. People can live longer, healthier lives. And although they don't die, they could end up severely disabled for the rest of their life. Rubella and mumps can cause this. And so if we can actually vaccinate people against this, then we can make a lot of people a lot happier. And that's basically what we're seeing these days. So good job, vaccinations. Some dangers, including one that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. Excessive amounts may reduce the ability of the immune system to respond to new diseases. It's like overworking the immune system. So you may be getting a vaccination for something like measles, mumps, and rubella, but you may never actually come across it. But you could say a large part of your immune system has gone into producing antibodies for this particular disease that it may not actually help you against if you never come across it. Vaccination immunity may not be as effective as catching the disease naturally. Side effects. This stuff is debatable depending on the resources that you look at. But same thing with the current news about the HPV vaccine as well too. Various side effects have been shown to be strongly correlated, but whether or not they've actually been proven to cause these side effects, are these vaccines the direct cause of some of these side effects? That's requires a lot more research and a lot of statistical tests. People can also end up getting sick. So like I said in one of the previous videos, or maybe it's something that you're going to watch next, people's immune systems vary like our skin color varies, like our height varies. It's a normal distribution curve. So no two people's immune systems are exactly alike. Some people just get sick all the time. Some people seem to never get sick even though they're sharing food with sick people all the time. So although a vaccine is designed not to make you sick, sometimes you can get little side effects like a fever or something. So you may have gone to a clinic to get the latest flu vaccine. You don't end up getting sick, but someone else actually ends up getting sick as a result of you just clearing your throat and you transferring some flu particles through your cough droplets through the air. So you can actually get other people sick and transfer the disease, especially if they have weaker immune systems or people who are pregnant or already sick from cross infection is basically what it is. So you may not be sick, but you're still able to pass it on somewhere else. There are other various types of dangers that can be argued as well, but in a short form, these are the main ones that you might think about developing. Okay, if you have any questions, go ahead and post them. There's some pictures. I find who would make clip art that looks like this? Shame on you.